Hey there, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. It's the morning of the 9th of November 2025 and the futures are looking slightly positive, and I think that the expectation is that NVIDIA will deliver a really good earnings report as well as a positive outlook. That's the only thing that can explain the positive. Now, from my perspective, I think that there are certain lines of resistance on both S&P 500 and NASDAQ. Those will remain intact despite however good earning result NVIDIA comes up with. The other reason I think we may continue in our correction is basically because there is this concept floating around that the GPUs have got a useful life of around 2.5 years and they are being depreciated over 7 years. Now, this brings us into a problem where the profits of these hyperscalers and data centers or the losses might look understated or overstated because of this depreciation jugglery. And that's what Michael Burry is talking about. Now, if you look at the flip side of it, there are people saying that the GPUs lose almost 90% of the value at the end of 2.5 years. So even if you depreciate it over 3 years, that's almost half of as much of depreciation extra as they are doing right now. So that will definitely have a really good impact on the earnings and therefore the price. So that's a concept that the investment community is still trying to digest and making sure whether it is valid or not. So while the jury is out on that, I have another point to make. Assuming that 2.5 to 3 years is the useful value of the GPU's life, then the ability of NVIDIA to keep on coming up with the latest GPU is going to be cramped. Companies may not be able to invest the huge sums of money they already invested for the first generation of GPUs and the second generation of GPUs and keep on doing that for third, fourth, fifth and sixth generation of GPUs. So there is a limit out there for NVIDIA, even though they may have a really good technology and everything. And given the fact that due to tariff and other restrictions, export of these GPUs to certain markets have been restricted, opening up of those markets could then open up the opportunity for NVIDIA to continue its progress because there will be a much bigger buyer base. In the absence of that, the ability of NVIDIA, despite its best technical capability and the best vision, is going to be having a glass ceiling that prevents it. So for all this and more and technical analysis on AI stocks as well as select genomic stocks, the futures index and select cryptocurrencies, join me in my pre-market live stream at 8 a.m. at ShareTreck. I'll see you there soon. Bye for now.